Whether it's red or white or Chardonnay or rosé, all these wines start as grapes on vines, which means they must be harvested. Well, it is that time of year again for Idaho wineries to start picking their grapes. Idaho News 6 reporter Lindsay Amundsen caught up with one of the local family-owned wineries in Caldwell to find out how this year's harvest looks a lot different than years past.
We're just getting started with harvest. They're picking some rosé grapes, which you pick at lower sugars. Our reds we're going to pick in about a month.
It hasn't been an easy road. When the pandemic first started, Bittner had to completely shut down his winery.
We've had to lay off some people this year. We started out with 8, but we just had to get down to 2 or 3 to farm all of this. So, and everything we do is by hand, so it's a lot of manual labor this year for us.
His new reality this season is hand harvesting a 15 and 55 acre field with only a few workers, while producing between 1,000 and 2,000 cases of wine.
And then you toss in smoke. And this fire year, I planted these vineyards in '81. And this is the worst I've ever seen the smoke in all those years, almost 40 years.
Although the smoke isn't affecting the grapes yet, he says that it is a concern they won't be able to harvest anything this year.
There's a lot of vineyards in California that aren't going to pick now because it's been so intense. We haven't reached that point yet. We're starting harvest, and if it just rolled in and I couldn't see you, then we'd start to worry about smoke taint.
But he fears the worst is yet to come.
Our concern is getting through. Usually we're open November, December, part of January, and we know this year that we're going to be closed December and part of January.
Their tasting room is too small to serve people while social distancing, so they will have to close during the colder months.
That's when we'll feel a bigger impact of what's going on. So we want people to come out now and enjoy the fall while they can and while we're open.
Though he remains very hopeful.
The crop looks good. It's clean. So growing grapes this year, it's going to be a good year for us as far as the quality of the wines.
Lindsay Amundsen, Idaho News 6.
COVID-19 also affected how their wine tasting room operates. You must be a part of their wine club to taste wines. You have to make a reservation for only parties of 6 or less, and to allow for proper cleaning instead of wine tasting, you serve the wine flight of 3 different wines if you'd like. Coming up